So we're going to look at the first question on the Google form. The first question on the form asked us to factor the trinomial x squared plus 5x minus 36. Now in order to factor the trinomial, we have to look at a couple key parts. First is the constant, and notice the constant is negative 36. And then we notice the coefficient of b, which happens to be 5. Now I'm thinking of two numbers, factors of negative 36, that give us a sum of 5. Now I know that the larger number has to be positive, so the number with the larger absolute value has to be positive because our sum is positive. So you might start off and you might start listing factors of negative 36. You might say 18. Once again, we know the larger factor, the factor with the larger absolute value has to be positive. And you might say negative 2. That would give us negative 36, but only give us a sum of positive 16. You might come to the realization that it has to be 9 and negative 4. 9 times negative 4 is negative 36, and 9 plus negative 4 happens to be positive 5. So when we factor, we'd end up with two binomials, x plus 9 and x minus 4. Now you could flip it and you could write it as x minus 4 and x plus 9 as well. Now, it does not ask us to find the zeros, so this would be our final answer. It just asks us to find factored form. Question 2 of the Google form asks us to find the zeros of the function. Now we're given the function f of x equals x squared minus 7x plus 12. In order to find the zeros, we first have to factor the function. In order to factor the function, I'm thinking of factors of positive 12 that give me a sum of negative 7. Now because the constant is positive 12, and the coefficient of x, b, is negative, I know my factors both have to be negative, because a negative times a negative is a positive, and a negative plus a negative is a negative. If we're thinking of factors of 12 that give us a sum of negative 7, we'll think, well, negative 4 and negative 3 give us negative 12, and we add them together, that gives us negative 7. So for factoring the trinomial, we'd end up with f of x equals, and now we have our two binomials, x minus 4 and x minus 3. And you could flip it x minus 3 and x minus 4. Now we're not done yet. It's going to ask us to find the zeros of the function. In other words, I'm looking for my x-intercepts. My x-intercepts are when the y-coordinate is 0, so I'm going to set f of x equal to 0. And now I'm going to solve to find the zeros of the function. Well, in order to find the zeros of the function, I can set each binomial equal to 0. X minus 4 equals 0, well, x has to equal 4. X minus 3 equals 0, well, x has to equal 3. Final answer would be 4 and 3. Question 3 of the Google form asks us once again to solve the equation. Now in order to solve the equation, I have to set my equation equal to 0. Before I decide on setting my equation equal to 0, I'm first going to get rid of the parentheses by distributing that x term to each term inside the parentheses. X times x would give us x squared. X times 19 would give us 19x equals negative 34. Now once again, to solve the equation, I have to set my equation equal to 0. In order to set my equation equal to 0, I'm going to add 34 to each side of my equal sign. When I do that, I'd be left with x squared plus 19x plus 34 equals 0. Now that my equation is set equal to 0, I could factor and eventually solve. Now two numbers, factors of 34 that give me a sum of 19, happen to be x plus 17, or 17, and x plus 2. 2 times 17 is 34. 2 plus 17 is 19. Now I'm going to solve. I'm going to set each of my binomials equal to 0. And I'm going to find the solutions to my equation. X plus 17 equals 0. X has to be negative 17. X plus 2 equals 0. X has to be negative 2. My solutions happen to be negative 17 and negative 2. Now question 4 asks us, you are designing a noteboard that is made of corkboard and dry erase board. The area of the corkboard is 6 square feet. Determine the area of the dry erase board. So notice we have our diagram below, and notice it gives us dimensions. The length of the corkboard is represented by the expression x plus 1, and the width is represented by the variable x. Notice for the dry erase board, the length happens to be 1.5 feet, and the width is x. Now it's going to tell us that the area of the corkboard is 6 square feet. I know to find the area of a rectangle, which is the shape the corkboard's in, I have to do length times width. So if I take my length, which is represented by the expression x plus 1, and I multiply it by the width, which is represented by x, I know the area is going to equal 6. Now in order to solve, I can distribute this x term to each term inside the parentheses. X times x would be x squared. 1 times x would be x equals 6. Now I want to solve this like a quadratic equation, so I have to set my equation equal to 0. X squared plus x, and I'm going to subtract 6, equals 0. Now in order to solve for x, I have to first factor. Well, two numbers when multiplied that give me -6, factors of -6, that give me a sum of 1 are +3 and -2. So I'm going to factor my trinomial x plus 3 and x minus 2 equals 0. Now I'm going to solve for each binomial. X plus 3 equals 0 and x minus 2 equals 0. Well, x has to equal -3 and x has to equal 2. Now, one of our dimensions cannot be negative. Doesn't make sense to use that -3 because we can't have negative feet. So we're going to use the x equals 2. The question asks us to find the area of the dry erase board. Well, notice we now have the missing value for x. It happens to be 2. To find the area, we can do length times width. So to find the area of the dry erase board, I'm going to do 2 times the width, 1.5. 2 times 1.5 would give me 3 feet. And make sure to add the squared. So 3 square feet for our final answer.